Good news is your dates are here.
What's the bad news?
They're dead.
Oh, you're so cool, Brewster!
Everybody's a suspect!
Hey, Ted, where the hell's Parks, bro?
Don't fuck with the Chuck!
So in 2002, Rick Rosenthal returned to direct Halloween Resurrection.
Trick or treat, motherfucker.
This is a overly ambitious movie. With that being said, with the whole found footage style shooting and more celebrity cameos, like Busta Rhymes is in this one. He plays Freddie Harris, who is like some weird Dangertainment like TV guy and has this Bruce Lee karate fetish. I don't fucking know. It's a very muddy and messy movie. It totally negates the ending of Halloween H2O, which had the best ending to any movie in the series besides the original. There's some clause that they couldn't kill Michael Myers in H2O. It was a stupid idea because now, like, the longer a series goes on, you're just gonna run it to the ground, and from here on out, it starts getting real messy. Like, the timeline to begin with is completely fucking messy. It's like we got remakes and then reimaginings coming up, and it just... One of the endings to the movie was supposed to have like a Clue-style ending, which had multiple different endings, and it could have helped the movie. I doubt it, but it could have. One of the original script ideas was Josh Hartnett's character, John. He was going to be hunting down Michael for the death of Laurie Strode and all that, and I felt like that route would have been a lot stronger. The cast, though, I've never seen any of them besides Busta Rhymes, Jamie Lee, obviously, and Thomas Ian Nichols. He played Kevin in the American Pie movies, and just like in this movie, he's just a huge fucking horn dog, just like he was in American Pie. Seems fitting for him to be in here. A lot of flaws are in this movie, and it shows from start to finish. Michael recreates his one-arm pull-down that we just saw in Halloween H2O, and why recreate that? You know what I mean? It serves no purpose to the movie. The deaths in this movie are kind of really ridiculous, just very weak. Biggest issue I have with this movie, and not only is it found footage, like I'm personally I can't get behind those movies. They just bug the shit out of me. But whenever you see Michael in this movie, you always hear like a fucking like rattle from like a rattlesnake for some reason, and whenever I hear that, I think of
The Texas rattlesnake is on fire!
if it came down to it and it was Stone Cold versus Michael, yeah, the rattlesnake would win all day. So the premise of the movie is Freddie, he is some TV producer for this TV show called Dangertainment. They selected 5-6 people, whoever, I don't fucking know. I don't care enough to know because this movie sucks. They have to wear like these webcams and shit, and I do admire the movie for that and only that, so that's the only thing positive I can say about this movie. For the time, 2002, I don't think I can recall a movie that went that route and had like the found footage. Obviously you had shit before it, like Blair Witch and all that stuff, but they get all these people and they're about to launch their show, and they have to stay in the Michael Myers house to find clues, and God, this pains me to fucking do this review. They have to stay there 24 hours and shit just starts getting really like boring and really lame. Like, this movie is just, there's no replay value. It's not entertaining at all. Dangertainment, more like not entertainment. This movie is fucking painful. They find like this baby seat with like leather straps, and they think now they're gonna go with the route of Michael was abused as a child and compared to the Cult of Thorn that we just finished up, and it just starts going every which direction. And I don't know, like Michael just pops up. Well, first there's the whole Freddie and Michael interaction when Freddie dresses up as Michael. He just pretty much punks Michael. He's a bitch in this movie. And Michael's mask has like fucking foundation on it or mascara. It's just fucking stupid. He's like pretty much punking Michael, like poking him in the forehead and telling him to go out there and kill Tyra Banks, which, yeah, she's in this movie too. Yeah, like he just picks them off one by one. Really, the only thing left to say about this movie is pretty much don't watch it. I'm okay with that. If you take anything from this video, take that message. Don't watch this movie. It's easily one of the worst. I do like the opening. There's a mental patient and he's just fixated with serial killers and he knows all about Michael. And after Michael goes to the mental asylum and tracks down Laurie Strode, kills her for good. And when he does, like, he's upside down in a fucking, his foot's like in a, I don't know, like she like booby trapped her, set a rope around his foot, and like he's hoisted up in the air. She goes to talk to him and she has like a flashback of the cops, or of the head that she cut off in H2O, which happened to be a paramedic. And we find out that backstory and just some fucking garbage retcon bullshit. So Michael ends up grabbing her when he's upside down and they go over the balcony and he's holding himself up with 2 fingers, holding her, and he stabbed her in the back. And then when he takes the knife out, she like graciously floats down into the trees in slow motion. And then he goes up to that guy who's obsessed with serial killers and he just gives him the knife and walks off. Like, everything was cool until like the whole walk off, you know, like it just seemed out of place to me. My brother, who I know is watching this, I don't know if he's trying to troll me or something, but he likes this movie a lot. I don't see it, I don't agree with him, but hey, there's a movie out there for everyone. But my brother loves this movie, and I think he said, if I remember right, it's in his top 3, which I know, I'm with you, I get it. He said he loves the ending with like the battle between Freddie and Michael in the garage, and he said it was just fun and like the choreography was good. I hated every moment of that, personally. Like, Sarah, who's the main chick, she comes out with a chainsaw. It fed into my like little fantasy because we always want to see like these horror icons go clash. Like, we had Freddy vs. Jason and Alien vs. Predator. Even though it's not Leatherface, she comes out with a chainsaw, and just seeing a chainsaw against Michael gave me that little like, okay, I want to see this. But she gives some like half-ass speech. This is for them and for all of them. If you look at Michael's knife, there's like 2 little tiny chips in the blade. Like, are you kidding me? And then Freddie busts down the door. He does some more kung fu and Wah Chung Lee bullshit, and he takes like the shovel and tries beating Michael with it, and he catches it. One of the best parts of this movie is just because how funny it is. When he throws Freddie against the garage, like at the end of the end battle, you see him like fly across the garage, and when he slides down the wall, his face, he's like overall half a pumpkin. I get it, like we all like stinker movies, and I like shitty movies, and I know they're shit. I get it, I own up to it, but they're just those guilty pleasures. And I know there are people out there that enjoy this movie. I personally am not one of those people, and I've seen it countless times growing up. Just, I can't get behind it. There's not even a VHS rewind moment. That says something. The rewind moment's the best part. Well, this has been my review for Halloween Resurrection. Now we're on to the Rob Zombie remake. I got a lot to say about that one, good and bad. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and until then, see you later.